So what is subnetting and why do we have to have it? Why do you have to learn subnetting other than so that you can pass this class? Older network implementations used to implement what's called a flat network design. And all that really is all the devices belonging to the same network. In this case, all of these devices belong to the 4 network here, the 172.16.4 network. And this was okay, and it still is okay for smaller implementations, but as you start to grow your network out and add more devices, you can get into the hundreds and maybe even thousands of hosts on your network. And so one of the primary reasons for subnetting is so that you can break up these devices into smaller networks. So you have to think about how Ethernet LANs work, right? Think of things like DHCP that uses a broadcast. A broadcast is sent to all hosts on an IP network. On a large network, this could create a significant amount of traffic, right? And that could slow down your network speeds. If there's enough broadcast traffic going out, it may even affect the end devices on the network. So that's one major reason. The other reason is for management purposes, right, and security purposes. We may have a student network that we don't want to have access to the faculty network or to the admin network. So we can create boundaries between different networks by subnetting. And with that being said, there's some planning that comes into play when you're trying to create your network, when you're trying to do a network implementation. And subnetting is a big part of that. You may want to separate it this way, or you may want to separate it by floor, right? Separate your networks by first, second, and third floor. Whatever it is, there's going to be some planning and there's going to be some number crunching depending on how many hosts are on your network, how many intermediary devices, routers and switches, servers, you may have IP phones. All of those things have to be taken into consideration when you're designing and you're trying to come up with a good subnetting plan.